Brian Downs, come out here and join us. Get your share. There's some light on here. Kind of dark. You got your chair? There's the light. And now the guest of the night, guest of honor for tonight, the one and only Mr. Robert Carradine. Want to take your Mac out, or you don't leave it in your stand? Can you get it out okay?
We can hear it. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
I'm just going to let this stand hold it.
Okay, and the John Wayne Pantheon, where does this film rank? This is one of his later films. I think it's one of his best.
This is, for me, it depends on your age, but it's time the top 5 of most people's list.
I would agree. Bobby,
Yes, sir?
what do you think? How does it rank for you? Even though it's your first film.
Yeah, I would say that The Shootist is definitely good. Rooster Cogburn, pretty good. But the Cowboys is better.
Of course. Want to regale us with the story about you and John Wayne when you first met him?
Oh, that story?
Please.
Well, I'd been on location about 3 days, maybe 4 days, and none of the Cowboys had met John Wayne yet. So we were all in a line outside of the set, which was his house. We're all lined up there to meet him. And I kind of had an attitude because I'd been living with my brother David. And I don't know if you know about David Carradine, but he was slightly left of John Wayne.
Slightly.
So I kind of had an attitude, and I was the last guy in line. And the closer I got to the Duke, the taller he got, until finally I'm standing there, and he was 6'5", and I couldn't find my voice. It wasn't there. And finally I mustered it up a little bit, and I said, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Wayne." So it's pretty alarming. So that was the first time I met him. So now we're going to start shooting the film. And the first scene that I remember that we shot was when the Cowboys have to ride the bucking bronco, Crazy Alice. And so we stay on her for a count of 8, and he'll consider us come higher in time. So we're all sitting on top of this fence, this corral, and I go first, and I ride the horse, and my name's Slim, and my name's Honeycutt. Everybody calls me Slim. And then I walk off and get back on the fence. Well, about the 3rd or 4th cowboy in, A. Martinez, the actor that plays Cimarron, he rides in there, and he gets on that bucking horse, and he breaks the horse. I mean, he can spin it, he makes her back up. I mean, he breaks the horse. So he rides up to the fence really fast, and he hands the reins to the next kid, and he says, "Here, boy, maybe you can ride her now." And the kid's all ticked off about that. He jumps off the fence to fight. Well, I jump off the fence to fight because I'm going to save that little kid from the big, mean A. Martinez. Well, Duke Wayne breaks us up, and he says, "You," to me. He says, "Get back up on that fence where you belong." And he turns to talk to A. Martinez. And before he could continue his acting, I say, "Hold on a second, Mr. Wayne. I don't think you should tell me to get back on the fence where I belong, because I'm the head kid. I think you should just tell me to get back on the fence." It didn't go well.
That's the story.
That's a story.
Before we go any further, Brian, why don't you tell me about that coat?
All right, John Wayne couldn't be here tonight, but we did bring his coat along. And this is, you won't have to squint hard in the Cowboys to see this. He wears it kind of throughout the movie. It's a very heavy corduroy 1880s style. And this is just one piece from the Cowboys that's in the collection at the John Wayne Birthplace Museum. We've been collecting now most of our collection is from a collector in Philadelphia who's been at it for 40 years. And once you put up the building, the items keep coming. So this is authentic, and we'll have it in the lobby later on. You can examine it closer.
Well, Brian, I don't want you to be angry, but I gave my hat from the Cowboys to the National Cowboy Hall of Fame.
I didn't want that. I want your coat from the Long Riders.
Dream on.
Let's do one more story you're going to tell us about John Wayne before we take some Q&A from the audience, okay?
Okay.
Just one more, Robert.
One more story?
One more. One.
One? Okay. The movie's finished, and we're having a wrap party in one of the sound stages at Warner Brothers Studio. And there's a stack of 8x10s of John Wayne, and each one of the kids, they're in line just like when we met them. We're all lined up, and I'm in the end of the line, and they hand the photo to John Wayne, and he signs it, and the next kid signs it. Anyhow, it gets to me. I hand him the photo, and he looks up, and he goes, "Carradine, you stupid son of a bitch, I just made a picture with you." I took it as a compliment.
Janelle Cleveland, are you out here somewhere? There she is. Why don't you take your mic and get a couple of questions from the audience, okay?
Anybody have a question? Go back here first.
They'll be right in the back, of course. Quite a crowd we got here tonight.
Yeah, look at them all.
Even look at the balcony. Wow.
I wanted to say that I remember you on the Tonight Show with the clip from the Cowboys, and I thought that went a long way for building up the excitement about the upcoming film. And I remember seeing you on there with that clip.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really wish I had that show on tape. You couldn't get tape back then, it didn't exist yet. But I remember there's 4 of us on the show. And finally, after talking to John Wayne for most of the episode, Johnny Carson says, "So, boys, what'd you do with all that money?" And the first kid says, "Well, I put it away for college." Second kid, "I'm saving it for college." Third kid, "Yeah, I put it away for college." They get to me, "I bought a car."
Okay, we've got a question back here.
I just wanted to ask any stories from Escape from LA.
Well, Escape from LA was one of those projects that it was pretty much cast by the time I got wind of it. So I went and I saw John Carpenter and I said, "John, I really want to be in this movie." He said, "Well, I don't know, man. You're like, I haven't really got anything for you except, well, I got this the skinhead. You want to shave your head?" I said, "No, I don't want to shave my head." He said, "Well," I said, "Well, wait a second. Don't you think maybe you could put a skull cap on me?" He said, "Oh, those always look fake." I said, "Well, what if I came down to the set and let the makeup guys put a skull cap on me and see what you think?" He said, "All right." So I go down to the set, and it's one of the famous makeup families of Hollywood history, the Westmores. So they go to work on me. It's a 2.5-hour job. First, they have to take your hair and smush it all down with lacquer, so it's really close to your head. And then they put on the cap and they seal the edges around, and then they took like a sponge. It looks like, makes it look like you have stipple on your head, and they put like a beard stubble all over the head, which is what it takes to make it look real. And then they put a little bit of Vaseline on it, just very thin to make it shine. And they said, "Okay, there you go." And I looked in the mirror, I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta show John." So I go onto the set where he's busy filming, and I say, "Well, what do you think, John?" He goes, "Oh, so you shaved your head, huh?" I said, "Gotcha."
We got a question back here.
During filming, what do you believe to be the most difficult scene?
In what?
In the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh, in the Cowboys. Well, I know there's a scene where I get tossed off my horse in a river, and A. Martinez swoops in and ropes me and drags me out of the river. Well, he didn't realize that if he's going at a canter, which he was, that water is going over my head. I can't breathe. So that was a little alarming.
A little bit. One more?
Yeah, Mr. Carradine, when it came to Bo Derek on Orca, what was your general impression of her? And keep in mind, I was a young kid at the time, and I thought she was kind of pretty.
So what's the question?
That was the question.
Oh, yeah, she was real pretty.
Still is.
I remember I got up to location, which was in Newfoundland, Canada, and we're just hanging around like you do on a movie set, you know, waiting for your turn. And I see this blonde sitting off, like, all by herself. I said to one of the crew guys, I go, what's with her? He said, oh, that's Bo, she just got married. I go, oh, that bad, huh? So I went over and I talked to her, and we wound up riding back and forth to work together, and we ate dinner together a couple of times, and she was just a really nice person. Well, John Derek, her new husband, called me up and said, I understand that you've been having dinner with my wife. I said, oh, well, yeah, a couple, you know, no big deal. He goes, yeah, well, she said that you invited her out to dinner. I said, well, actually, John, when I got the location, there was a message on my machine from her. He goes, oh, she called you? Oh, that changes everything. Click. Anyhow, when the dust settled, he informed me that, well, actually, I put on a very good act, that I had lied, which I hadn't. And I've always told the truth, but I thought I would fib this one time. And he said, well, now, Robert, I won't have to bend you over my knee and spank you. I said, oh, thanks, John. He said, yeah. I mean, if it had been the other way around, I would have divorced her and killed you.
One more question.
Bob, how was John Wayne to work with?
Large.
Was he quite the drinker that everybody reads about after the shooting sets in the afternoon, then he kind of takes off to the bar or wherever?
Well, I don't know what he did when the day was finished, but all I do know is that the next day he was on time and ready to go.
Well, I think we're going to start the film up a little bit. And we can do more Q&A in the autograph line. Brian's got some beautiful 8x10 glossies. They're going to be selling for $20 a piece, cash only, folks. He'll be signing, right? Brian, those pictures you got? 8x10?
Yes.
It's a picture of Robert and his dad and John Wayne together.
Right, in the studio, it looked probably Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers outside of the stage.
Okay.
And you can do it when you go out, you can meet and greet and talk and ask questions then too. But we're going to watch the movie. They're going to stay inside and watch the film, right? Both of you? Going to watch the film?
Wait,
I
what?
think we have some seats down here.
You're going to watch the picture, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to watch your picture.
Autograph.
No, because it's kind of a treat for me to see the picture
On a big screen.
On the big screen. B, with a fantastic audience.
And you folks can go out after the film, get an autograph. Like I said, $20 a pop, which is really cheap these days, cash only. And it's all benefiting Johnny Rogers Jet Award people. So. I said the movie will have an overture at the beginning, so don't freak out. There's no picture yet because that's how they used to do it in the old days. And an intermission for about 4 minutes. So it'll be like it was back in 1972. Back in time.
Yep.
You got reserved seats for you back there, I think. Right, guys?
We were just negotiating for seats.
It's a pretty full house, pretty packed place. Right next to you. Let's see, what time have we got here?
Well, sir,
It's almost 7:30, so we want to start the picture up. So I think these gentlemen are going to sit down and get their seats. We'll start the movie up, and I also want to thank our friends at Security National Bank are here. Doug Oldacre made it tonight finally. He missed the last couple of events, but he's here tonight. Thanks, Doug.
there's a set of stairs over there.
So we'll go out the back way here. This will take us out. So thanks again, guys.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, everyone.